everybody. Welcome to Movies Are Real for the month of June 2K21, baby. Movies are back. The movies. Everybody, call your friends, call your family, tell them, hey, Susie, I want to go down to the lobby and we're going to watch Black Widow. Wait, not yet. That's next month, baby. Hello there, everybody. This is George Cruz here. New episode of the podcast. I think we're going to get back on the horse of doing these monthly now.
Hell yeah.
Movies are coming back, folks. They said they couldn't do it.
Vin Diesel said it.
Vin Diesel said it.
I'm gonna believe his word.
Thanks to Vin Diesel.
His word.
Sponsoring the show.
The last witch hunter himself, he said it. Ryan Lance, I'm here.
Bloodshot fan right here.
Bloodshot, one of the last movies that came out.
Yeah.
He was like, after Bloodshot, he's like, we gotta take a break.
And then the entire film industry shut down for a year and no one knows why.
That's Ryan Lance.
That's me.
They gave out free copies of Neo 2 if you went to see Bloodshot, and that didn't move the needle for anyone.
Really?
Yeah, they did. I don't know why.
That is a weird promotion.
Yeah, it's a weird promotion. Carrie, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm trying to decide what my favorite Vin Diesel movie is, and all I can
The
think
Pacifier.
of is The Pacifier. They're not boobs.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that you might have seen him in that is like...
I've heard him in things.
I hear that I would enjoy The Chronicles of Riddick. I think Greg enjoys. Greg enjoys.
I don't remember that one. Is that different from the one
Pitch Black?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
We watched those on like the same day. And
They
I
have
fell asleep during Pitch Black.
They have a weird naming scheme, which I don't know which one's the first one and which one. Anyway.
Got it.
Anyways, we got the movies of June for once. We got them here. We got a nice lineup. Still, movies are back, but we didn't see a lot. Well, maybe we saw. There's like enough to fill a week in the calendar. Yeah. So slowly but surely, we don't have a lot where like, oh, you got to choose what to watch this week. It's just, yeah. I think right after we recorded the last episode, folks, I was gonna say like people could not be. I was gonna try to make a quiet joke, like people like could not. I don't know. Never mind. A Quiet Place Part 2. We saw that right after the last week. Our last podcast. Can we remember what happened in The Quiet Place Part 2?
Go.
It picked up like right after the first one.
Yeah.
Actually, all things considered, I enjoyed this movie, but it's
Same here. It's super forgettable, but it picked up right
I think
after
it's better
one.
than the first one.
They have the baby, and basically after the first one, their like settlement area they had got like screwed up.
I don't think it was screwed up beyond repair.
No,
I was like, why do we have?
I think they could have recovered.
To leave.
And then they just remember like, oh, we have like a friend nearby or something, and then like they go see Cillian Murphy.
I don't think they knew.
They didn't know he was there.
They just like
they ran into him. It was just coincidence.
Where did they run into him at?
He was at like a train yard. Or
it was like an abandoned
water
factory,
processing plant or something.
Yeah.
Because they were just walking.
Oh yeah, they were just walking,
and they ran into him.
Like, oh, you are our best friend.
They tripped his trap with the bottles and shit.
That's
and
right. The movie just began with like the flashback of them
being friends.
He was gonna kill him, but then he realized that they have a way to kill the monsters with the hearing aid and the speaker, and so he was like, "Oh, I'll keep them around."
I guess so.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, you're my neighbor."
Yeah, and I also forgot that was the big reveal of the last movie, where that was like, "Oh, the hearing aid creates a resonance that fucks up the monsters." But before that, even Ryan, we open up to John Krasinski and He's back. And Nowhere USA.
Maybe like his most dad energy.
Yes.
Wait, we have to talk about the best part of the movie. Before it started, when John Krasinski was doing the "Hey, thanks for the," and that guy behind us was like, "That's Jim from The Office."
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That was great. That was great.
I mean, that's just his career. He's just cursed. That's just his life, right?
But like, this is The Quiet Place too. Like,
no, that's Jim from The Office. It was just so funny how earnestly he said it.
I know, that was like the craziest part.
What? He's in there.
It was just because like I remember people making those jokes in the first Quiet Place. And like then I was like, okay, that's the first.
It's been Jim.
It's been Jim. I get the first one, like, okay, he hasn't been in like a lot of mainstream stuff, so I get how you're like, oh, it's Jim from The Office. He just had a beard and his ripped now.
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't notice, but now it's the sequel.
That was my favorite part.
That was
very that's chappy moment. Anyways, we're off. Fuck it, we're not gonna go through the synopsis of this movie, but pretty much we're picking off straight off the first movie. The family is like fucking trying to make it out of babies in a little thing. Got an oxygen tank. Run into Cillian Murphy, and Cillian Murphy's all like, "You don't know what's out there," and they're all like,
"My wife's just fine."
And then the daughter wants to, since they feel like we have a weapon, we have a way to fight back. She wants to go to this radio station that's like been signaling and stuff.
Yeah, they find a clue.
They find a clue that there's maybe a little like camp or something. Specifically on an island. There's a remote island, and and we learn later on that these things can't swim. And so it would make sense. Who knew? And so we find out that, that's why these people are safe, because they've just been isolated on this island and stuff. And so they want to maybe use the fucking resonance thing to shoot at the thing. It's a whatever. That's the setup for the movie. And I don't know why I think this movie's better than the first one. It feels less stupid.
Yeah. I got less hung up on the whole, here's how we maintain our quietness.
Yeah.
It's like, that always seemed stupid to me. Like, it's cool world building if you're into it, but I just got tired of it, and it kept like not maintaining my, what do I want to say? Like, I kept being like, well, that doesn't make sense because of this. I kept being an asshole and being like poking holes in it, but this just was more generic, and it wasn't trying to.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not thinking that hard. It's fucking whatever.
Did you notice how like the family, they all like walked around shirtless, but Cillian Murphy just wore boots.
Yeah. Oh, shoeless.
Yeah. Because they're like, we have to not wear shoes because like that makes.
I was very confused.
And he's all like stomping around with his boots, not even caring.
I was very confused about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably, when they showed up, he's like, why the fuck don't you have shoes on?
They're not that loud. Just don't stomp everywhere. You
just walk slowly.
You guys took this a little too far. And that's me saying that. My wife's up there.
She's fine.
But yeah, I don't know. It's still I think it's still a stupid movie.
It's not like, what was the corkboard thing?
Oh, the whiteboard. What's the weakness?
No, it's still there. Why?
It's still there, which is objectively funny. But there's less of that because like they know what to do for the most part. Although there is some stupidness, like when they try to get to the boat to get to the island, there's this weird like
swamp cult people who like they show up for like a minute. Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do? Are you like trying to sacrifice? Are you worshiping the demon things? Are you gonna eat these people? And this just doesn't seem safe for you either, because you're like out in the middle of a pier and these things
on the dock doing ritualistic sacrifices.
Yeah.
Not quietly
at all. And it's so confusing and just bizarre. And also the oxygen tank ran out of oxygen immediately.
Yeah.
And they never thought of having a second oxygen tank. Like, how stupid are you?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Like, I think it's a smart idea to use that for, like, the baby, but, like, you don't have a backup? And I get that you need that, the plot of having Emily Blunt leave and have her own, like... Because all the main characters just kind of, like, split off and do their own thing. Emily Blunt retrieves oxygen. The daughter and Cillian Murphy go to the boat people, and son stays with baby and is just a complete idiot the whole time. Yeah, he's
not great. Real dumb.
And that was the most boring arc, I feel, just because like he's there and he's like, I don't know what to do with this baby who was born literally 2 days ago.
I like the daughter a lot. If we're gonna do a third of these, which I assume at this point we are, because
probably.
Yeah. I'm fine with her and Emily Blunt being sort of the leads.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. She's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I feel less wanting to shit on this series.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it's just like, I mean, there's still people who think these movies like, oh man, it's so good. It's like it's just a silly action horror thing. It's fine. I still love the design of the creatures, and I loved them in the first one. That's the one thing I really liked. I just think the design is cool as hell. But also just in general, maybe it's because I'm a gamer. I'm just tired of these post-apocalyptic stories that are like fucking goddamn. Oh my god.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's out there. You gotta play by some weird rules.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
it's
my
so
God.
difficult.
Gotta fucking
Sean.
search for a can of beans. Whatever the hell. Oh my God. Anyways.
It's like, oh, there's other people. This changes everything.
Oh, maybe they can trust them, but maybe we can't. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, we can't. It goes very quick.
Anyways.
Before we end this, I can't believe we haven't mentioned how, like, it's been 3 years since the last one came out, but like the movie picks up right afterwards, and literally like the day after she meets Cillian Murphy, she walks over to like the grave they made for John Krasinski, and she leaves her wedding ring there. It's been a few days, and you're already like, I'm moving
done.
on. I met Cillian
That's true.
Murphy.
Yeah, no,
That was super weird.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, it makes sense. Cillian Murphy,
No,
zaddy.
that
John
makes-
Krasinski, lame.
Yeah, John Krasinski is like, Emily, there's one person you're allowed to leave me for, and it's...
That was their rule.
They both have their same, like, our one person we can shoot on each other with is Cillian Murphy.
Also, real quick, and again, I think the beginning of the movie might be the coolest action scene in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It has that one like one shot
Yeah.
kind of look.
Yeah, it's it's very cool.
I watched who does the director
Vanity Fair?
Vanity Fair.
Yeah, I saw that
like
too.
Those a lot.
I saw the way they shot that. I was like, yeah, that's interesting. That's
yeah,
cool.
and I think John did a good job on
Good
that.
work, John.
Yeah,
Good job,
you did it,
Jim.
John.
Jim from The Office.
Wait, that was Jim? Oh
Yeah,
my
from The
God.
Office.
I didn't recognize him because of the beard. I like Jim being soft and not have beard.
A man who has a beard in this fucking
It doesn't really begin that way, does it?
So
Yeah.
Bo Burnham, new comic special. I don't really have any way to go with this other than because I haven't seen it yet and people love it.
Are you big on the burn?
I never like I feel neutral. I never like sought out his stuff. Or
You
anything.
never watched one of his comedy
No, I haven't,
specials?
so, no.
I think this is like, and Carrie, I'll let you like lead with this obviously, but this is like, his comedy specials always feel like an evolution on the last one in terms of like the self-aware, the messing with the rhythm of like stand-up.
Yeah. Challenging the form.
Challenging the form, yeah. And then also just really him being a little too brutally honest about him just wanting to kill himself.
Yeah. He incorporates a lot of his own vulnerability and his mental health struggles into his comedy, and I think that's why it resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah. Because his whole thing is like just dealing with, those thoughts with like kind of like a dark sense of humor, and I feel like that is what makes like millennials especially like relate to that. And yeah, it's the special is like conceptually it's like fairly simple, and I'm surprised not a lot of comedians did a similar thing. Like, hey, it's
quarantine.
It's quarantine. Yeah. I'm going to film a special from my home, but like throughout the process, like it begins like fine enough, but then he gets clearly like writer's and artistic block, and then the situation in the world gets worse as it goes on. So his mental health gets worse, and it just like crumbles and crumbles until he's been in there for a little over a year, and he has just lost it. Like it makes you like wonder, like has he I wonder, like, did he actually lose it? Or is he just a really fucking
That's the
good
thing,
actor?
right?
Yeah.
That's all, like, did he like? Because not knowing much about it and hearing that, like, that's the setup. Like, he's been inside and he's doing the thing. It's like, was that the story we're doing with the bit, or is it like, were you somewhere with like a partner locked up somewhere nicer?
Because he's married or has a partner, right?
He's dating for a long time. He's been dating the lady who directed Hustlers. Lorene, I can't remember her last name, unfortunately, but yeah. Yeah, I think cool because at the end of
the last
Make
one.
Happy, he's in the house that he's in, and inside at the very end, and he walks out. So it's like a shed behind their house.
Okay, so he's in a shed behind their house.
Yes,
basically.
because like you see him walk out towards the bigger house, and she comes out holding the dog.
Oh, okay, that's who that was. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was her.
But yeah, Carrie, I've seen this once. I liked it a lot.
Rookie numbers.
I have a friend who's seen it 3 times.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's quite a lot. Carrie, how many times have you watched this special?
Watching it top to bottom 7 times.
Okay.
listening to the songs on Spotify constantly since they came out on Spotify.
Okay. So as this is your favorite movie of the year, correct?
Yeah,
okay, obviously.
Right now. I don't think anything will pass it, but we don't know.
I'm looking at the year.
I don't know, Dune.
Dune, no.
I'm really excited about
I'm really
Dune.
excited about Jackass 4.
I am excited about Jackass 4, I'm not gonna lie to you.
So what are your thoughts on this, Carrie, as someone who might be the person who's watched it the most?
I don't know about that. But
you're up there, I feel.
Maybe.
And I mean that in like Bo Burnham was like, she did it.
Good job, Carrie. I'm proud of you. I don't know why. I just really, really have always loved Bo Burnham ever since I watched the first special of his that I saw. I can't remember if I've only seen Words once, and I don't remember that one very much. But I remember watching What a few times, and then Make Happy I was obsessed with. I watched that a bunch too.
Mm-hmm.
I just think his comedy has always resonated with me. I never was into his YouTube stuff. I don't think I ever saw his YouTube videos at all.
I remember watching his YouTube stuff like early days. Like I'd watch some of it. And I remember the first time when I was like, this guy's like really funny, is like YouTube had like, do you remember YouTube Live?
Yes.
It was like a live show. Like he did like a performance there, and I was like, this guy's like really funny.
This guy gets it.
But then like I didn't hear anything, and like the next time I saw him, he was doing stand up on Coded, and I was like,
yeah,
the YouTube guy. And
oh
I was
my
god! And then like I like heard later like he had specials, and I was like, this guy's like it's weird for me like just seeing him there. Like I was never like big on him then, but I was always like, this guy's like way too funny for this.
But yeah, because he's most of his comedy is in his songs that he does, so it feels like you're watching kind of like a musical production while you're watching his comedy, because all of it is super choreographed, and there's lots of lighting cues and sound cues from stuff that he does, and I just like the structure of it, and I like how much thought goes into it, but I also like how clearly burdened by the weight of his own talent he is all the time, and how he's just on stage grappling with his own fame and trying to please an audience while he's talking to an audience, telling them about how much pain he's in, and I just vibe with that a lot. And Inside specifically, it's like, I think he had a few people, like he was doing all the lighting and all the filming and all like most of the editing and stuff too, and it's just an incredible achievement in my opinion of all of the different lighting things he does. And the songs, I think the second half, like emotion impact wise, is a lot stronger for me as opposed to like FaceTime song, Instagram song.
Yeah, it's definitely like the first half is definitely, I think it's more musical than his other stuff, because like he has more, because his stand up typically is like he does like a more, he always begins with a song, then he does like a more stand up bit. Then another song, then he does like poetry. Like he even had he tried to play with that rhythm, but he kind of still had that. And this one is like all music, because you can just do that. And yeah, there definitely is like the middle of it, you can like feel like the break. It's probably like, is the 30 song like around the middle?
I think so.
Okay. Because that's, that's definitely where he was broken inside.
But I think that's probably by design as well, though. Because it's like, when he started, he was like, all right, I've got some time. I'm going to get back to work. Because he mentions in the show how he had taken a break from doing stand-up because he would have panic attacks while he was on stage. And the show was so choreographed that he could just like go on autopilot and just go through he's talked about it in interviews. He could just go through the rest of the show and not have to think about it. But inside he would be like dying. And so he talks about in this special how he was so ready. He worked on himself and he was ready to get back to performing live again. And then COVID happened. And so he's just struggling with how he was ready to start again. And it just feels like he's back where he started already. And it's just, I think it's a lot of messaging that is unique to this time that we have just suffered through. But
it's maybe sincere.
It's
instead of being like, we're all in this together, folks.
The roads have been a little empty.
Exactly. Sure.
I did like the part in the middle of the special where Bo Burnham just stood in front of his car and said the movie.
That was my favorite song.
That was pretty good. But yeah, I think that obviously he's playing like part of it is him playing up what he's going through, because in his other specials he's done bits where he tricks the audience in a way. Like, I'm specifically thinking of the part where he knocks his water bottle over, and then he's like, "Oh, that's shit,
that's
sorry."
A classic
and then
bit,
a song starts. He's like, "He meant to knock the water over."
Yeah.
Art is a lie. Nothing is real. And so like,
good.
I think about that, and it's like, so he's clearly playing with how he's staging himself, but I think the emotions are coming from a real place, in my opinion. And I just like to see a man talking about his problems and making art out of them. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
It's very good. What would you say would be your favorite bits?
My favorite song is All Eyes on Me. The part where his voice is like format shifted and it sounds deeper.
What I'm annoyed about that is I've seen like people make clips on that on YouTube, and it's like audio fixed, and they took the filter off of it.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Well, like, you made a thing about art, and then you're like editing his art. Like, what's your fucking problem?
Well, I think people just wanted to hear his normal voice saying it, and they're saying like, "Oh, it's so much sadder," and I think it's I like that song a lot specifically because it's not about anything super specific, but it's so emotional, and it feels, you could interpret it a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
But his voice is like, he did that in Make Happy too, where he made his voice deep and said some of the saddest stuff I've ever heard in my whole life. And so it's like,
the like Kanye song.
Yes,
is that the
exactly.
one you're talking about?
Okay. He like separates himself from his vulnerability in that way, where he's like putting on another layer of facade to be like, listen, shit is bad, but hey, I'm performing. Isn't this a good song? And it's like,
buy a T-shirt after the show.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know. I'm obviously biased because I love him so much and I love everything he does, but I think that all of his stuff is really unique and it has a lot to say. And there's like, you can get a surface read on all of the songs and then you go back and think about them, and there's all kinds of other things going on at play in the special. And I think it's a really rewarding watch.
I'm not like as like knowledgeable on like stand-up comedians as like I used to be, but he definitely feels like the most like trying to do something different, and like he's always been doing that.
Yeah.
My favorite song is "Welcome to the Internet."
That song is very
good. Song is very good. That was stuck in my head. And when I said like nonstop for 5 days, and when I say like 5 days, you're like, oh, like it'd come back and forth. No, it was permanent. I felt like I was going insane.
And that song is so perfect though, because that song is about the mindless consumption that everyone does on the internet.
It's so
and it's
good.
Such a bop that it just consumes you, and you're like, no.
It's so good.
It's so funny seeing an extra layer of what this special is about, of Bo just like putting content, talking about consuming content on the internet, and then seeing all the like clips and people using it on TikTok, and it's like, oh my god, we're all playing into it. It's so cool. It's just a cool shared experience that a bunch of sad people are having right now.
Yes, it's great.
All right.
So I would recommend it.
Shout out to his the moment I was like, okay, this is for Carrie. His like when he was like in one of the bit he was like doing like a let's play, like he was like,
he
hey
was
guys,
do like a Twitch stream. He did a Twitch
like,
stream.
Hey guys, and like he's like overlaying himself over like him like messing with his room. It's like, oh, this gives a like Death Stranding and like how it
it's fucking boring, but that's the point. Because he has like a bit of an air of like a over it Twitch streamer. So it's like, my dude, thanks for the 5 months. So we're playing this game. It's really funny. That was some of the hardest I laughed on that, as well as actually the hardest I laughed was his reaction video bit. That's pretty good.
I was losing my fucking mind.
I stayed up until 2 a.m. so I could watch this the moment it dropped on Netflix. And then next day, Greg was like, why were you dying laughing in your room at 3 in the morning? It's like, listen, man, Bo Burnham special. And then I continued to watch the special several times over the next few days. And every time Greg would come out of his room and see it on the TV again, he'd be like,
well, that's Bo Burnham inside.
I love Bo Burnham.
We will probably talk about that again at the end of your discussion. I bet.
Excellent.
Next movie on here is I think a movie I feel I'm the only one who saw it, and I don't feel passionate about it really at all. And that is Luca, which Pixar's new movie. Check it out, Disney Plus. I subscribed, which reminds me, I need to cancel my Disney Plus.
Luca has inspired me.
I just remembered it.
You don't want to try out Loki? I like Loki so far.
I guess I could.
It's pretty hot.
How many episodes is it? Do you know?
I believe it's going to be 6. I believe the standard is going to be 6. On? It's 3.
Okay, so I could watch it before my subscription ends. So maybe.
I like it. It's the best one so far, but the way the other Marvel shows, like, they start out strong and then at the end they're like, we're going to ruin this.
But actually, what if it was stupid?
Yeah, but I feel like with Loki, it can go better than the other ones.
Anyways, Luca, it's okay. Yeah, so
Call Me by Your Name, but mermaid fish people.
Kind of.
That's the bit.
I think it's just because it's Italian summer.
I think that's what it is. Trailer drop, Kiri. People have made like comparisons of it looking like Call Me by Your Name.
Because it's Italian, it's like beautiful. It's like summer, and they're wearing shorts, and it's all like it's like
and they murder people.
So no. It's about 2 fucking like sea monsters who live in the sea by this little small Italian town. Right. And this kid's all like, "What's up there in the world? What?" And his mom's like, "You can't go there. They'll kill you because you're a monster." But I want to go out there.
He wants to be where the people are.
He wants to be where the people
He
are.
wants to see them dancing.
He wants to see them dancing. And so he goes out there and
what's that man doing to that peach over there?
He meets another sea monster friend who is hanging out there. We don't know much about him. And they want to get a Vespa and all this other stuff.
Right. Did they just Google France? France.
Oh.
No, Italy. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Sorry.
But yeah, dude.
Okay,
so there's
confused.
I was like, what? Is there a movie called France? Anyways, there's a moment. So when these movies, usually like the human person who's like my friend, there's this little girl. So the big thing is they're going to go into a race because they want to get a Vespa to see the world, wherever the fucking hell. And it's Italy. It's a Vespa. It's cool. Whatever. And this little town has like a fucking race, like a fucking triathlon sort of dealie. Mm-hmm. And they want to win the thing so you can buy a Vespa. And this little girl who's like delivers fish is all like, I'm Italian. Dude, so they literally say Santa Mozzarella, Santa Ricotta, Santa Bababa. And I was like, wait a minute, is this?
Hold on.
Excuse me. Do Italians actually do this? It's the year 2021, so I assume this is somewhat accurate because you kind of can't get away with it. But yeah, they're very Italian. They eat like pasta and the fucking
ragu and Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, that's really my biggest takeaway from this movie. Is do Italian people really say Santa Gorgonzola? Oh my God!
Shut up about cheese already.
But yeah, there's nothing else. I think the thing that write home about this movie is that it's super bright. Like you're getting a lot of greens, a lot of yellows, a lot of blues, a lot of bright ass colors.
It looks very colorful.
It looks super colorful, and like the sunlight's always reflecting on stuff, so it looks gorgeous. But in terms of a story, it's very been there, done that. I think it's cool that we have. It's about these 2 guys, the 2 little kids, 2 little dudes are hanging out, being pals, being bros. I think that's fun. That's fun. You don't see that a lot. And like, it's just like a completely platonic relationship between the girl character and the guy.
Guys being dudes.
Hanging out. It's fine. There's little kids. That's cool, but that doesn't do anything crazy to write home about in terms of the story department. It just looks really pretty. Mm-hmm. That's really all I have to say about that movie, other than the cheese thing, which is weird. So that's Luca.
That's what I wrote down in my notes when I was watching it. It's like,
lots of cheese.
Mozzarella? Question mark?
Matza.
Yeah. And it's weird, yeah. And like all the Italian characters, it's very stereotypical Italian, which is, I don't know, whatever.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's Luca. So that's on Disney Plus. The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Hell yeah.
Of course he did.
A movie we went in with very little expectations. Zero bottom.
I expected it to be absolute ass trash.
Annabelle Origin, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, director of La Llorona, so it's like, all right.
This is gonna suck ass.
But I think it's written by James Wan. Or at least James Wan
was in there somewhere.
It was somewhere more than he was
more
for
than
the
producer.
But more than the other ones.
Yeah.
He might have been in the hanging around something, maybe taking a picture with Annabelle. Like,
he visited the food tray on set once or twice.
Or
He's been over to say hi
Hey,
to Patrick Wilson.
Did you know they're making a Chris Rock Saw movie? That's crazy, man. That's wild.
Anyways, I got robbed their fridge after this.
No, anyway, let's get back to a real horror movie.
So yeah, movie.
Have you met my friend Jason Momoa?
Movie. The Conjuring made me do it. Very stupid. Very dumb.
Oh yeah.
Had a blast.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. Fucking Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson's backs just broken with how much they're carrying this whole fucking movie.
This one's crazy because like it feels like it's the most they've been in one of these.
Yes.
Like in the other movies, like when I thought about like, yeah, it was mostly like the family still.
The first one for very much it was.
And they just come in and like support, but this one was just like they were just doing it,
solving a fucking Scooby-Doo mystery, and it was awesome.
It was also like the stupidest.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
There's a witch's totem, and her plan was, let's get out the cork board and string.
What's your name, old man Carlos, who has all these fucking witches shit? Surely you're not involved with this at all.
Let me go through my house of 1,000 doors and
Did I tell you my daughter? She's very cool. You'll love her.
She's visiting.
Yeah.
She's starting now one of those weird things in college.
She's going through a phase.
Kids, am I right? Uh-oh, I'm dead.
But yeah, this movie is very stupid and very dumb, but it's fun because of that, because Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson as the Warrens are so fun and so great as a couple of solving mysteries.
As a fictional version
as
of
a
the Warrens.
fictional, super fictional. They do not have
They do not deceive people and ruin their lives like the Warrens did. They are just fun to be around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's very stupid. I would not recommend this movie.
So what? Okay, so what was the deal with? What was happening? Like what was
which part?
The whole thing. Like what was like? He was possessed by a demon.
Yes.
To do a thing.
But
the demon left him.
The lady would like call on the demon, and then she would do like a ritual to summon it into him in order to do rituals. I don't know what her goal was. I'm gonna be. Like, I think there was the part
she
where
just wanted to bring a demon back.
Yeah, the dad at one point is like, Satanists don't have a goal or a plan. They just want to bring chaos. Wink,
I don't know.
Wink, audience. Don't fucking think about it.
I don't know. I follow the Church of Satan on Twitter, and they like dog pics a lot. They're very fun guys.
Well, I mean,
new generation.
New generation. Yeah. New people took over.
There is a few people who think that these movies are like coded religious propaganda, and I'm like, I'm not gonna take that away from you. These are very Jesus-y.
They're very Jesus-y.
So I wouldn't expect them to have a firm grasp on what the Church of Satan is actually like.
That's true.
But then, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this movie. Okay.
So fun.
It is. I would rank the Conjuring movies. 1, I haven't seen one forever. 1, 2, Annabelle Comes Home, and then this one.
I think exactly.
This is the dividing middle line of like.
And then a hard gap. The rest.
This is the line.
Yeah,
this movie is the line.
That's fair. That is understandable.
But with that being said, that's like 4 pretty good movies. Like you just watch these. These are the movies you watch, and then that's it.
Yeah, I mean, and
that's all you need.
If you're morbidly curious, like a good Conjuring fan, then you can totally watch the rest. They're all pretty fucking bad, but
they all have funny parts though.
Yeah, exactly. They all have redeeming moments. I think that the other Annabelle creation is like the top of the bottom tier.
Definitely middle row, because that has like fun-ish parts. Like
I'm
the kid gets run.
No memories of it.
I'm thinking of in terms of good space bad.
Okay.
You think just because she gets ran over or something in the beginning?
Yes, exactly. The new Conjuring movie movie is bottom rung on the good part.
And the space.
And Annabelle creation is top of the bad ones.
Okay. That makes sense. Yes, I agree with
And I
you.
assume La Llorona is the bottom floor.
La Llorona is the bottom.
La Llorona is the bottom. It's bad, but it's also so fucking forgettable, and it's absolutely nothing. It sucks. I hate that movie.
Did you see that, like, the director of La Llorona was like, that's actually not in the Conjuring universe. We just did that as, like, a fun thing. And it's like, what are you talking, like,
it's the same priest.
The doll's in the fucking movie, you idiot. You just want to disconnect it. So, like, oh, Wizard of the Universe.
Like,
who cares about movie universes? They mean nothing.
Yeah, it's the least connected, for sure, but it's still there.
Yeah, like, the characters were there. Like, so it just...
It was just a fun thing. Maybe he meant, like, in a Cloverfield kind of way, where they started the movie, and then they were like, but we could bring this into the Conjuring universe. Just throw a doll in there.
Anyways,
I don't fucking know.
it's fine.
It's great. I love it.
Patrick Wilson looks in the camera and goes, oh dear.
Dear God.
Oh, dear God. And, like, that's all you really need, really.
Demon possesses them, and then, like, Call Me by Blondie gets all fucking fucked up and shit. It's weird.
So good.
Anyway, so do we know if this is it? Is this it?
I don't know. I would assume.
How long are Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga gonna hang out?
I mean, the ending of this felt very like
we could walk away
close
from
the book.
this.
This is a sweet ending.
I mean, the universe is gonna keep going.
Sure, but like I don't know how many more The Conjuring
yeah.
we're gonna get.
That's true. I mean, now that they're not having the subtitle, they really could. Now they're just doing subtitles. They really could do them whenever.
I really like how every time a new The Conjuring movie comes out, it's in the trailer, since they have to do the fucking based on a true story. It's like, but this case file is the most fucked up shit. Every single one, it's like their darkest case, their biggest discovery, their most sinister.
I mean, that's every fuck. That's like
I know. I just think it's funny.
It's
that
like,
every single one is the darkest.
As somebody who just saw a trailer for Halo Infinite, I'm understanding that Master Chief is facing his most dangerous enemy.
I would love a trailer where it's like the Warrens are up to like it's a tough one,
but it's like it's gonna be okay. But it's going to be a fun time.
It's gonna be a manageable but enjoyable ride.
They just have to bless a house like once, like the easy bless where they walk around with sage, like that's it, and then the rest of it's like a calm family drama.
Yeah.
Like,
here's the old pictures of the
I can't find my guitar pick. What am I gonna do? The recital's in an hour.
Anyways, that's the Conjuring. They'll maybe do it. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I enjoyed it a lot more than I did.
I had a blast.
In the Heights.
It
came out.
It did.
Piragua. Anybody want some Piragua? You know.
That was the guy.
That's the guy.
That's the man himself.
I saw half of this, and then my HBO Max subscription lapsed, and they shut me off halfway through the movie. So, in case you're wondering,
I was so curious what would happen, because I know that sometimes people have been watching stuff on Amazon and their rental runs out, but it still like lets them finish it. So I don't know. I was curious.
Well, that's what happened.
So, yeah, this is a scoop on this podcast. HBO, the moment.
They let me go for a bit, though. Yeah. I was a few minutes after, and then...
They're watching with a stopwatch, like with their hand hovering over the button.
That guy who was supposed to turn off, was in the bathroom, was like, oh, shit.
I wanted to send that. Oh, you wanted me to turn it off? I thought you said you took care of that. Oh, okay. I'll do that. My bad.
Yeah, so George has a couple minutes of like, oh, maybe they will leave it. Bonk. Oh, damn it.
And then Ryan's Google Pixel one is going to explode.
Oh, yeah. I was also watching it, and then, like, I was fidgeting with my phone, and it exploded.
Now, when you say that, please describe to me what happened.
So, I was fiddling with my phone, and, like... you know, like the back of your phone, like a lot of them have like little like gaps where like you would normally be able to take the battery case off, but like phones don't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. That was out and it was blowing hot ass air. So the phone battery was swelling, which based on the research I had done before and after means it could explode at any minute.
Yeah.
And apparently, according to some websites, even if I have the phone off, it could also just explode at any minute. So that happened. Halfway through, I was watching the movie, so I was a little less excited about the happy movie.
This movie seems cursed.
Yes.
So my opinion on this movie is, so we've talked about how George has this thing where it's anything that's representing his culture, he's like, go fuck yourself, because I automatically assume it's going to be bad and cringeworthy. And the thing I walked away from this is that I just don't like musicals. I'm watching, I'm like, this is good, this is fine. I just don't like musicals that much. Fair. And so I'm like, I think that's why I'm not connecting with this. I just don't like musicals that much. And it's a very musical movie. Like it's big, it's loud one. Yes. It's very loud. So it's like it's very much fucking High School Musical, fucking Zac Efron walking down the hallway and fucking smashing fucking lockers. And, yeah,
I remember that scene from this movie.
From that movie, yeah.
I love that part of it.
Yeah.
So from the half I saw, also this movie's long.
It's 2.5 hours.
I guess it's a musical, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be like different acts. So like
it's crazy.
By the point I came, it probably would have been an intermission.
Yeah, it was usually
they never let me back in the fucking building.
You got locked out.
I went to take a smoke, and then they're like, well, "I'm sorry, they haven't started."
Yeah,
it's like,
show's already
well,
started.
can you at least let me in? It's like, "I'm sorry, it started, man. This is hey, shh, show started." I know, my wife's in there. Shh, show started.
So yeah, that's very much what happened.
She's
to me.
gonna kill me if I'm not in there. Shh, show started. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's very much what happened.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
So I have no final opinion about this movie,
Nice.
other than I thought what I saw was fine, and it's shot well, but it's a musical.
It's shot very well. It's the same director as Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians, yeah.
It's very. That movie is very spectacular and loud.
Crazy Rich Asians is another loud, but that movie is very much just like it's just a romantic comedy.
It is, but they really.
But it's very pretty.
It's very pretty. Yes,
yeah, very expensive movie. So that's my opinion on In the Heights. It's I don't know. Oh, right. Someone else did. There was a tweet that I really enjoyed that I shared with you that was along the lines of like, because again, musicals, especially like optimistic, have this character who has this dream and he's gonna fucking do it. Literally, the thing that he has is called El Sueñito, which means little dream. In the beginning of this thing, he's like talking to a bunch of kids. He's like, "Do you know what a sueñito means?" And they're like, "What's that?" "It means a little dream." Now let me tell you about this guy, who was me, by the way, who had this little dream. And it's like, okay, whatever, you know. And he's all like, "I'm waking up in the morning and it's a hot day, but I'm making it work." You know, it's like, "Oh, you're never gonna make it, kid. No, you're not. But I'm gonna try, you know, when the mama mess." It's I can't do it. You know?
That was pretty smart.
That was the best, yeah. That was going more Lin-Manuel, even though Lin-Manuel's not the main character of this movie. But
then I'm out.
Although you can tell that like that just was Lin.
Yeah, that was just Lin-Manuel.
I aged out of this role. So I can't play it again.
Anyways.
That's why I am the. What was he?
He was the Piragua guy. He was the.
That's shaved ice.
Shaved ice. Yeah, he's shaved ice guy. And then there's an ice cream truck man. He's taking his business because he's got the man. You know.
As someone who got a D+ in Spanish in high school.
D+.
I know. I can recognize a few words.
I've never said Piragua in my life. By the way, just saying.
I never claimed you did. All right.
But I'm just saying that's a Puerto Rican thing.
Okay,
that's
why everyone calls.
All right. There was a lot of I had subtitles on it. There was a lot of Spanish that was not translated.
Yes, I was like, why did you translate this?
And I was like, George probably appreciates this.
And I was asking, why did you translate this?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what this means. And like, it's cool.
just banter, but I guess whatever.
I guess it's like if you're working with 2 languages, you can rhyme more.
You can, yeah, sure.
Like that's the main thought I had.
Anyways, In the Heights, I have no idea how successful it was or what the whole deal with it was.
I think it did pretty good from what I read.
What the hell is Riders of Justice?
Oh,
God damn it!
Oh, Mads Mikkelsen here.
What?
I saw a trailer and there was like, what the hell is this movie? Karen was like, Ryan, what are you talking about?
It's really good. I don't know if it just came out this last month, but when I watched it, it was still like I think it just rolled over to rental, so it was like
Purchase
an in-theater at-home type thing. Mm-hmm. But it just became more widely available, so I'm counting it as a June
The $20 rental moved down to $5.
Yeah, it was $7. Oh, so it was still a bit of a premium price. But it was worth it.
But for Mads Mikkelsen.
Of course. Not $20.
Whoa. I'm not that horny.
Jesus Christ. But basically, elevator pitch of this movie is that Mads Mikkelsen is a soldier, and he is dispatched somewhere. It doesn't really matter.
He's the what's the guy?
No.
Oh God, I forgot his name in that.
Oh man.
But that's exactly where I was going.
Yeah.
He was a soldier. Yeah.
Anyway, he has a wife. And
Cliff. That's his name.
Oh, okay.
Yes. How could I forget? His name is fucking
That's
Cliff.
Okay. Yeah, he's in several different wars. There's a Gulf War, and
okay.
anyway,
he just likes to have fun.
His wife and daughter are back at home, and there's a horrible accident on a subway type train, and the wife ends up dying, and Mads Mikkelsen has to come home to console his daughter and try and put his life back together now that his wife has been horribly, horribly killed in this accident. And then there's a group of other characters who the main one is a guy who is obsessed with not coincidences, but he studies sequences of events and like statistics. And he has this theory
Nicolas Cage from Knowing.
Yes. He has this theory that it wasn't a genuine accident and that there was some sort of more malicious plan behind this train crashing, that there was like a specific target who was aligned with this mob that was on the train that was being targeted. And so he brings this information to Mads Mikkelsen, who is trying to move on, trying to grieve, but he's this like pent-up soldier father who has a hard time expressing his emotions and has anger issues as well, but he's trying to reconnect with his daughter, who he doesn't really have a relationship with. But this guy brings this information to Mads Mikkelsen, and then Mads Mikkelsen is like, okay, let's track down every single member of this mob and kill them. And it's like, oh, all right. But yeah, so that's basically the setup. So it's more than just like, because you would think that it would be like some sort of revengey John Wick type thing, and it has parts that are like that, but it's more focused on grief and how broken this man becomes trying to put his life back together and trying to find
Sounds like a Mads Mikkelsen movie.
Yeah, any semblance of a reason of why this could happen, and how he's just desperate for closure and trying to repair the relationship with his daughter. But it's also like dark comedy, because there's aspects of this group of people that Mads Mikkelsen is working with now to try and hunt down these people, and he's trying to hide that from his daughter. And so it's a very interesting and multifaceted movie, and I think it's really, really, really good. So okay. I recommend it. It's emotional, and it's funny, and it's action-packed. And Mads Mikkelsen.
And that was Riders of Justice.
I don't like that title.
I don't. It's very forgettable.
I think it was the name of the mob.
Okay.
That they're tracking.
Well, that's Riders of Justice. I also don't know this next movie, that False Positive.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, baby.
So this is a horror movie written by Alana Glazer of Broad City fame. I love
this one. You told me, yes.
I love that show so much, and after it ended, this was like the first thing she talked about, like wanting to do, like wanting to write like a horror thing, because she had so much experience in comedy. And the pitch is like Rosemary's Baby, but like, I guess in the sense that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
I guess. So she is this character who is having trouble conceiving a child, and her husband has been suggested that they go to this fertility doctor that he knew from back in the day.
Is that Pierce Brosnan?
That is Pierce Brosnan.
Oh,
if anyone knows fertility, it's Pierce Brosnan. And she's like, I don't know if I want to go to them, because Alana Glazer is very like, she has a very specific brand of like feminism that is like very apparent in Broad City, and like it's echoing in this. Is like it's one thing like I can do as like a woman should be this, and it's just very frustrating that I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it is definitely playing with the ideas of all these men who are like telling like, this is what you gotta do. A doctor knows best, you know, right. That whole thing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, my body and I'm doing this, and it plays a lot of like, oh, we're pregnant, babe. It's like, no, I'm pregnant. Gotcha. You're just helping. But it's the horror aspect comes from, you know, she's seen this doctor and she just grows a little more like uncertain of like what he's doing, and like her husband's involvement with it, and she starts like having these, you know, visions and panic attacks that are like helping her, that are causing her to like just get disjointed from reality and is just very confused about what's going on. The main issue I have with it is like it takes a long time to get there, to that point of it getting weird, and then when it gets there, it's like, okay, what's going on here? And then it ends up just kind of like jumping to like, oh, just craziness. But the main aspect is, you know, just woman dealing with pregnancy, baby, how people like her husband, her doctors, and like her coworkers react to that in ways that like are well meant, but still kind of like, all right, I might be pregnant, but like relax a little bit, all right. And yeah, I liked it a lot. I think it's a little predictable of like what goes on, because the main, like the first main like issue is, you know, she eventually becomes pregnant, and she finds out that she has like 2 fertilized. I'm terrible with eggs. Yeah, one has 2 twin males, and one has like a daughter. Oh. Okay. And because of the situation of it, like she has to choose to abort one of those pregnancies, so that way the other one will, you know, survive. Basically, she has to choose to abort either these 2 twins or this one female, and she makes her decision that is against what the doctor and what her husband wanted, but she's like, no, this is what I want though. Right. And like it's just clear that like obviously the doctor did not do that. Mm-hmm. But there's also some other like weird things the doctor did that is
what kind of Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, I can't believe
that guy's totally above board all the time.
Exactly. But yeah, I liked it a lot. But I'm very biased for Ilana Glazer because she's very funny, and there's a bit towards the end that I think you would find very funny, Kate.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's supposed to be funny.
Those are the things I usually find.
But
funny,
it is very funny. And just very weird. But yeah,
you'll probably check it out.
It's on Hulu. If you like her comedy, it's different, but it has the same kind of like core, you know, female message that she kind of puts in all of her writing, which I like a lot. She's great.
Okay.
Nice. So yeah.
I was looking up what the people think of this movie.
The people are
mixed on it.
Mixed. Yeah, it's mixed.
The few people who I follow who have seen it on Letterboxd were not fans.
I don't blame people because it takes a while to get there. But I think the core of the message of it is certainly interesting and something that's not talked about a lot in film.
Also, I did not recognize her with her straightened hair.
I know.
I saw her in the poster and I was like, that doesn't look like her at all.
I was like, who is this?
Who is this woman?
Well, that's False Positive, folks. You can check that out on Hulu. The movie of the summer.
Oh God.
F9
movies.
The movies are back. The Fast Saga. I'm here to say that I said this on my letterbox.
This is the movie that brought movies back.
Exactly. Well, I'm interested to see what those numbers look like. Because it wasn't that packed when we went there. So when I went there, I'm ready to admit that we'll never reach the highs of this series again, and the series is kind of here. This is all to say that this movie is fine. It's better than Fast 8 by a country mile. Thank fucking God. I'm not depressed now. I'm just fine with this series now. This is a fine Fast and Furious movie. It is fucking dumb. It's really stupid, but not offensively dumb. And it's a fun ride. I don't know what to say about this. I think it's fine. They go to space for a second. It's fine.
Pardon?
They go to space. So the thing with this movie, and the reason why George was so excited was, one, Justin Lin came back. Right. Because 8 was a new director. And it was after Paul. So 8 had the hefty thing of following up 7, which was ended with, you could end the whole series with like Paul Walker passed away, right? And so the end of Fast Furious 7. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
They're like
driving apart.
Yeah.
I've seen the memes.
Yeah, they do the montage of like.
I've seen the music video.
Yeah, exactly. They do the montage of like, here's every moment from the movie. They got to this, and then that could have been it. But now they're gonna continue to make. So you have to live up to this movie. And it was fucking nonsense with Charlize Theron. And here's the problem. One of the problems, Charlize Theron is now the last boss. She is. This is how we're gonna end this series. She is the last boss because she's in this again. She's not the lead bad guy, but she winds up being the lead bad guy, and she's like, "I'll be back," and so she's the bad guy.
I was in another car movie. That's why they gave me this job.
And so the thing with this movie, so one, Justin Lin's back, so we can right the wrongs, set things right. And the big thing was that there's a character they brought back to life in this movie. He's not dead. He was the fan favorite from Tokyo Drift, who was the glue that
that guy. I've heard that people liked him a lot.
Loved him. He was like the fan favorite. And my problem with Fast 8 was that the character that Jason Statham plays in that movie is the guy who kills him. In the time, he kills him in Tokyo Drift. And so, with these movies, everybody eventually becomes friends. It's like the Avengers, right? You were a bad guy, but we hash things out, and now whatever, it's fine. And that was the thing, like, no, he is not invited to this cookout. He is not part of this family. Do not shake his hand. What the fuck are you doing? And that's how Fast 8 ends. And I'm like, well, then none of this matters. Why do I care if you're not going to pretend that this moment mattered? And clearly, I guess they're smart. They listen. It's like, okay, we're bringing him back. He did not die, actually. We're doing Hobbs and Shaw. They can go do their own fucking dumb movie and fuck off. And they're not in this movie. Okay. But now they had to explain how the fuck did this character, how is he alive? And it is the stupidest shit on the planet. And I'm like, whatever, man. Okay. I'm happy he's here, but this is dumb. I was hoping you'd make sense of this, and you didn't. And then there's the whole thing was like, John Cena is Dom's brother. And it was like, oh my God. So now you have to explain how this motherfucker has existed this whole time.
This is starting to sound like Saw.
And he's never showed up until right now. And so they do that, and it's all like, oh man. So there's a baby John Cena and a baby Vin Diesel, and they go all the way back, and it's like, oh my God. And then they tie that story to this character's death coming back, and it's like, it was this the whole time.
This is the most comic book thing I've ever
read.
100%. It's like, Spider-Man had a clone brother the whole time.
100%. Wow. And Nick Fury was working with the clone. That's why you never met him, because Nick Fury, they were working together. It's like, nobody can know. There's going to be a moment where we're going to need you, and that's when you're going to reveal yourself. It's 100%.
Meanwhile, just stay in the Starbucks, hate out.
Exactly. And Kurt Russell here is the fucking Nick Fury, who's like, Kurt Russell always knew this character who died. They were working together forever. Gal Gadot, she's dead though. Don't worry about her. Unless she isn't, and whatever, Anyways.
Well, after Wonder Woman 2, she might be coming back to Fast and
Very
Furious.
dumb, very stupid. And then John Cena becomes part of the crew.
Nice.
But in the most we know this is all gonna happen. It's ceremony, but you didn't even try. He just gets
Here you go.
They do one thing, and so I'm reflecting on the decisions and choices I've made, and I think they're pretty fucked up, and I think I'm ready to redeem myself from this. And it's like, what, we love that. And then he's part of the family, and it's all like, whatever.
Awesome.
I love you, brother.
Exactly.
It's been a while.
The one thing I'll say good about the movie, one, it's fun, and they go to space, and it's fine.
That's awesome.
They go to space.
How?
Oh my God.
They drive really fast.
That's the other thing.
They drive so fast they escape the curvature of the earth.
The MacGuffin they have to get to stop this thing is the most... What does this thing do? Oh, it's a thing if you upload it to a satellite, it controls every single electronic in the world. And it's
what the hell?
That's the most basic, boring thing. Well, it's a fucking thing. It's like, okay, whatever. And so they need to a backup plan. It's like, if we can't steal this thing before it uploads, we need to break the satellite. And they're all like, guys, what are we going to do? Are we going to go to space? And he's not like, exactly. Turns out these one characters are doing space stuff, and they put a rocket onto a Pontiac, and they go into space, and then they crash the thing. And then they get rescued by the fucking some Chinese astronauts, and then they're in these stupid suits, and this is a Universal Pictures, and so the Chinese astronauts are like, Why do they look like minions? Smash cut to the barbecue. and then they're there. And it's like, I'm so hungry. I've been eating space food this whole time. And it's all like, whatever.
Well, I got a hot dog ready for you.
I'm just gonna hope you made that up.
No! That's all happened. That all happened.
You know what I'm afraid of? The fact that they're making 2 more movies.
And that Charlie Theron is the fucking bad guy. That's the thing.
That's weird.
It's so... And oh my... There's a Death Stranding Mario Princess Peach moment in this movie. It is the stupidest... Charlie Theron, please, you need to get her out. Why are you doing this to her? Why? She's so bad in this movie. She's so bad. Just so bad. Anyways. It's fine, though. It's fine.
It's all right.
The mid-credits thing, and this is that tells me that they knew they fucked up that story thing, and they're like, all right, we're sorry. That was stupid. It felt like a testing of, this is just fun, stupid. Jason Statham, right? This is fun. And then that was the moment. I was like, no, that's not. You can't pretend. I play along with you that this is family and all this stupid. These are great movies. But if you it's the thing is like when you're trying to be self-aware, but you gotta walk the fine line of being like, all right, this is a bridge too far, guys. Come on. But anyways, at the end of the mid-credits thing, we have Jason Statham like, oh, I'm Jason Statham, yeah. And then the guy who he killed comes into the frame and is like, hey, what's up, motherfucker? And then credits. And that's fine. I would have taken a punch in the face, maybe.
Sure.
Whatever. Anyways, that's Fast 9. I'll keep watching these movies, but I don't think they're going to hit the 90% Rotten Tomatoes ever
You've already
again.
watched enough of these movies where you have to finish them.
I mean, I like the characters. I like hanging out with them.
Okay. They're family.
Yeah, but it's just that the story is not what it used to. It's not good anymore.
What was the story?
They got into hijinks and it made sense and it was like all contained enough. They're like, okay,
Let's destroy a satellite. What?
The satellite would have been fine if it wasn't the most dumb, boring comic book. Like, it's a thing. It's gonna fuck up all the technology, man. We gotta stop it. Anyways,
I'm downloading Death Stranding. We gotta get that satellite.
Anyways,
it's gonna take like 40 more minutes.
There's a lot of stupid shit in this movie, but
hilarious.
Oh god. Anyways, that's Fast 9. I continue to like that they continue to think, hey, Brian is still alive. He's just over there. And then like the end of the movie is like they're doing the cookout. It's like, well, because someone's missing. And then Brian's car pulls in, but we know he's passed. He's not there, but continuity. Anyways,
I don't know who Brian is.
Brian's Paul Walker's character who passed away.
Okay, my bad.
Anyway.
How was your shift at Chili's, Brian?
Exactly. Anyways, July, the Forever Purge.
The Forever Purge.
God, that trailer sucks.
The Forever
It's
Purge.
not that it sucks. It's just that these movies continue to be political, and it's so at its face political that it's like, I get it, guys. I get it. I get what you're doing. You're still doing it. Just because Trump's gone doesn't mean we can't do this anymore. I'm sure it's going to be some brown people who are going to get harassed by some white people who look like me. I get it. I can hear their accents. I get their farm workers. We're in Texas. I get where you're going with this, buddy. Whatever. I'll watch it.
I will be seeing it.
I hate the line in the trailer. Does this translate? And then like he pulls the gun out.
They're like Grindhouse movies, right? It's
I'm like, someone wrote that line, and they put their pen down. I'm like, huh.
Nice.
We're having a good time here, but yeah. They were like, I don't know what the people who make these like. Why? How do you feel about these movies? Are they like? Are you trying to say something actually, but you're also trying to have a fun time? Are you making Grindhouse schlocky things?
Yeah,
Did anyone watch the show?
No. Where was that even?
USA.
Yeah, it was like USA or Sci-Fi or something.
That
like
was
that.
USA. Probably reruns on Sci-Fi.
Probably. They do show reruns there.
Will we have to watch the show to understand the Forever Purge?
Have you ever needed to watch one movie to understand another movie?
Yes.
According to Marvel, maybe the last episode of that show where it's just like, oh yeah, that's it.
That's it.
So
a car pulls up and Ethan comes out, hey guys, it's been a while.
Exactly.
I just got done with my shift at Chili's. They fired me again.
Maybe I need to rewatch the first person. People really like that movie.
You don't. I rewatched
it. Do you mean we are doing this again? Do you mean the literal first film in the franchise, or the one called the first Purge? The first Purge.
People like that movie.
Yeah, because the first Purge #1 sucks ass.
Yes, it's not good. It feels like a Michael.
I should rewatch the most recent one.
It feels like a Platinum Dunes joint for sure.
Yeah. The most recent one is the first Purge, right? Where it's like, it's Harlem or something. Like just
no, it's where is it in New York? Well, Harlem is in New York. I think so.
Oh, that would make sense. If it's Staten Island. Because it's already like the Purge in Staten Island. I don't know anything about Staten Island. Just hear people shit on it, so I have no idea.
Jordan in. No, yeah, that was the one where they had like the controlled group.
Yes,
and they were like trying to prove that the Purge was a good idea, and then they rigged it by throwing in fake white supremacists.
Yes, exactly. No, real white. They paid real white supremacists. Okay.
It's like, hey, white supremacists, you want to go kill some people of color? Yeah,
exactly.
We'll pay you. Already on my way.
Hell yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So yeah,
I remember that one being all right.
And so now,
all right, yeah.
And so now it's like now
they've always been all right.
Yeah,
I feel.
I think the second one's.
I've enjoyed them.
No, yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, I remember not liking the first. The first Purge felt like a little too. That's when it was like, okay, we're just making grindhouse, schlocky stuff, and maybe that's okay. But it felt very different than the other movies, and maybe that's why I didn't like it. I don't know. I'll rewatch it because people like really like that movie. So.
Yeah, and it also felt weird because that was like one of the more extreme ones, but it was also a prequel, so it's like we started.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yes, this is the first one. It's like, yeah. Anyway,
first one sucks.
It's not good.
Yeah, the first one's not good.
I thought the fucking Boss Baby was already out.
No.
Is this a movie that Carrie can watch with her Paramount Plus?
You can watch it for free on Paramount Plus. So
I'm not gonna.
I guess. Oh my God, Carrie, we should totally make Greg. Let's watch a movie.
Greg. I don't care.
No, Greg liked Boss Baby. Do you remember?
God. What he did?
He rewatched it, and he was. Greg had that opinion, that weird Greg take, where he's like, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It's like, Greg, what the fuck?
Dude,
did you watch that?
Dude, I saw this trailer. I think was it before Raya when I saw it in the theater back when like the pandemic was still a thing. And I saw that trailer and I straight up like had like a YouTube guy reaction, like just the most, this is the worst thing I have ever seen in my fucking life. Fuck movies. Holy shit.
Keep them close.
Bunch of people worked hard on this and you made garbage. I hated that trailer so fucking much. It was so bad.
I have not seen the trailer.
This movie.
I have only seen like the YouTube pre-roll of like the Boss Baby shows up and then the girl shows up and it's like, trailer coming in like 5 seconds. Don't hit skip. Skip. So that's all I've seen of it.
I think the bit is like they grew up and then they get turned into
babies again.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So what is it? The year 2048?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And someone gets called a boomer at some point in the trailer.
Please tell me Alec Baldwin is not saying
no. I think it's the girl. Baby.
So Alec Baldwin has like a brother. I mean, Alec Baldwin's brother is more like, I'm just a guy. And Alec Baldwin's like, you're not a mover and a shaker. You're a fucking loser. You know what I'm saying, baby? And then
it's like, who came up with this idea?
I hate Alec Baldwin so much.
Yeah, fuck this. Anyways.
Do you remember, it was Alec Baldwin who had, Alec Baldwin had a fucking cameo in something where he was was it A Star Is Born? Where he was like presenting Lady Gaga's character on Saturday Night Live. He was like, no.
Yes.
I remember being like, ugh. And then Halsey was in that movie too. And I was like, stop
having real people.
Anyways.
How'd you think only bad real people?
A neat thing that seems like a fake thing I would have made up as a kid is that Fear Street Part 1, it comes out on Netflix. And this is a trilogy of Fear Street movies, but they're actually like rated R.
Which is weird because like they're, R.L. Stine books.
They're R.L. Stine books, but the covers of those books always made it look like this is a slasher movie. Like, like the cover art's fucking beautiful. I love them so much.
So yeah,
like these kids are fucking and they're getting stabbed, and then none of that happened.
So yeah, Fear Street Part 1, 1994. I never read these books.
Yeah, neither did I.
I read one this year for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, man, this is not great. No.
All right, Black Widow's finally coming out.
Ugh. I almost forgot what Black Widow was there for a second.
Oh my god. You almost achieved Nirvana.
And I saw a trailer, and it's all the latest YouTube pre-roll ads is like, it's finally time.
You've been waiting. Have I?
And now, like, the thing that sucks about this movie, it was like, at the time, back in the forever years, it was like, dude, this is so late. Like, who gives this shit?
Yeah,
this is
now
forever.
now
You're
it's
coming
like-
back from a
It's
event.
even
And now it's all
more.
like, finally, Marvel's back. Woo!
Marvel's back. We have a Black Widow movie.
Oh.
No, people are still getting out of their mind. Like, all the trailers are using the theme song of the Avengers in it to get people like, remember Marvel?
Remember the last movie you probably saw in theaters? We should probably get tickets to this soon. Probably. And then the clip of her falling to her
I
death.
gotta do something. I'll watch it, sure. Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm genuinely trying to decide right now if I really want to watch
What
this
else am I
movie or
fucking
not.
doing, man? I don't know,
Do
sure.
you like David Harbour?
I do like
Kinda.
David. I like David.
You like
she hasn't seen
you,
Stranger
you,
Things.
you like Florence Pugh.
I do like Florence Pugh.
Do you like her doing a very bad Russian accent?
I do like that.
That was the mission. We told it.
I don't.
Oh, Rachel Weisz.
I do like.
I do like Rachel Weisz.
Here's my problem with Marvel movies. They always end up disappointing me, but they always hire good people.
Because of course.
Yeah.
And like it's so frustrating.
Yeah, every single
Everybody
actor
has the same-
Yeah.
is in Marvel.
They see each other in the fucking. It's like, yeah, I'm doing that one fucking.
They
Shang-Chi.
roll up at the bar because yeah, it's been a while.
It's like how Harry Potter has every single British actor
Yes,
who's
exactly.
ever
That's
been an
true.
actor.
100%.
Marvel has every single American actor and every single British actor.
Oh my God.
And now they're reaching out to Danish actors and have Mads Mikkelsen in there too.
Kara, I was gonna text you, but on the last episode of Loki, I realized Sasha Lane is in it.
Who is that?
Do you remember? She was in Cameron Post.
Oh, the girl, her friend.
Yeah, her friend. I
love
just remembered
her.
reading your like, oh my god.
I love her.
Like, I was like, who is that girl? Because like she was wearing like a stupid fucking space helmet, and then like in a scene she took it off. I was like, oh my god, it's her.
Oh, I do like her a lot.
Yeah, she's now the Marvel universe.
Nice.
Anyways.
She plays a time cop.
The
Black-
hell?
I know, there's time cops. It's great.
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
What's Gunpowder and Milkshake?
Yeah,
This
I don't know what that
is
I'm looking at it.
This is an action film starring Karen Gillan. It's coming to Netflix. That's really all I know
Oh,
about
I think I watched this trailer.
it. Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah, it does look kind of
This
fun.
looks fun.
It looks fun in like the Netflix.
Yeah, I was
kind
got
gonna say it's
Lena
got
Headey.
Angela Bassett in it.
Yeah, fun cast.
Paul Giamatti. Oh my god.
there he is.
Carla Gugino.
Oh shit.
This is probably good then. I'll watch this
Yeah,
shit.
it's a fun cast. I think this was supposed to be a regular release, but then
It would have been a small one though because it's
Yeah.
Studio Canal.
Yeah.
Anyways. What's Pig?
That's the new
Pig.
Nicolas Cage movie.
Yes.
Where
Oh.
someone takes his pig and he wants it back.
yeah, and who knows what happens after that.
I was expecting. I watched the trailer for this, not knowing what it was gonna be, and I knew that his pig got taken because there's that character poster. It's like, who took my pig? But I was expecting, because it's a Nicolas Cage movie, I was expecting some sort of like ridiculous nonsense. But the tone of the trailer was very surprising to me because it seems very like
Genuine.
heartfelt and
Yeah.
serious. And I was like, oh, he just actually wants his pig.
The pig is so
Get the
fucking
man his pig.
The pig is so
The
cute.
pig is really cute.
I will go out the trails. I can't say how cute this pig is. No wonder. But he's got to go crazy at least one point in this
Pretty
movie.
bad SEO on this movie, I guess.
Yeah.
It's probably horrible.
Pig.
Pig. I got Gordy and Babe.
Who the fuck is Gordy?
To be fair, I feel like
I do.
Nicolas Cage movies, I feel like probably the titles have bad SEO. You know what I mean?
Mandy.
Mandy, knowing.
Sure. Anyways.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I don't know who Gordy
I will
is.
look up the it was Disney's Babe in the Big City.
Oh.
It's got a hip hop song, Pig Power in the House. I think that's what the song's called.
You're right, I should have known about that.
That's great. Greg knows what Gordy is.
Oh, God.
Anyways, I will look up the trailer for Pig. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
Anyways, Escape Room. Another one, baby. Tournament of Champions.
It's back, baby.
You all wanted it. I keep seeing trailers for it.
People are thrilled.
I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to watch
First
the
one came and
original
went.
one.
I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
First one's fine.
I have a friend who says that it's very Saw-esque-ish.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that makes it seem.
But it seems lame.
It's jury's out on if it's lame or not.
It seems like a young adult Saw.
Yeah,
yes,
I think that's kind of exactly how he
Okay.
described it, and he likes that kind of thing. So I don't know if I would be into it, but it seems fun at least.
It's like if Jigsaw had like the budget for like fun bit for like more elaborate like locations, but also the desire to do that.
It's like if Jigsaw mopped.
Yeah.
It's like if Jigsaw cleaned up his fucking house.
It's fun and it's fun and ridiculous. It's an enjoyable enough movie.
I'll probably check it out.
Well,
Yeah, I want to watch it again.
you know what? Sure, it seems stupid enough. Sure.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
baby.
And then more Fear Street.
Fear Street Part 2, 1978. It's coming out.
This
It's
shit
been a
better-
while since the first one.
That's true.
I'm
This shit better
excited.
be good, man. It's a good concept. Anyways, that Space Jam movie.
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
I thought the first time I saw it, this looks okay. And now the more I see it, like, this looks pretty bad.
I
This
watched
looks
that
terrible.
first trailer and I had a very, very negative reaction.
Did you?
to
I
it.
thought okay.
All I could, like, I know this isn't fair, but all I could think is Ready Player One, and I was like, ugh.
Sure.
Yeah, but like here's the problem with Warner Brothers right now is all their movies are like, let's have every property in it.
Yeah.
Because they had Ready Player One,
Bill Paxton from Twister.
Lego movies do that. Scoob fucking did that with Hanna-Barbera, and it's like, we get it. All the properties are together. I know who Jabberjaw is, and I'm glad he's there. But relax, the rapists.
Is Gordy there?
The rapists from A Clockwork Orange don't need to be watching a game of basketball.
I love that. Well, my thing is that, so I don't get the bit. They're fighting robot people. Like,
What was the bit of the first one?
They were monster. But they were still animated guys. But they were animated. These guys are like CGI tech things that don't.
He has to save his son
Also, okay.
by playing basketball.
I think it is more cynical when it's just Looney Tunes. It's focused. I think is right. It's just like here's the more Looney Tunes in the stands, and it's just Looney Tunes. It's focused. It's not. It's easy. It's hard.
It doesn't overwhelm
It doesn't overwhelm me. I'm like, what? Corporations.
Exactly, yes.
But yeah, the more I see it, I like that the LeBron is actually animated. I think that's fun. I would. Okay, actually, that's the bummer part. The fact that they're doing like a realistic pass on everybody, kind of like a 3D pass on everybody.
It's like, I don't need to see Bugs Bunny.
I wanted just the cartoons.
Yeah. Like, that character is so like old and iconic. It's weird seeing them in like that style.
Also, the first Space Jam, not the best movie.
I rewatched it. I did not like
I
it.
love it just for like stupid nonsense. Like the beginning of that fucking intro with all the fucking quick cuts with all the effects they use, and it just says Wayne Knight, Wayne Knight, Wayne Knight.
My favorite part of that movie
Great
is
soundtrack.
LeBron James just lives in a neighborhood.
Are you talking about Michael Jordan?
Oh, Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, he just lives in a neighborhood.
That checks out for Michael Jordan back in the day, though.
But like, he was like the most famous person
No,
in the world.
100%.
And like, and people are like, hey, Michael, what's going on? He's like, I'm just living in my normal house.
Also, Michael Jordan is just inherently funny because he's just the most boring man. He's all like, let's play some basketball, guys.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love that guy. What's his name? Donald?
Also, the concept. So there's a lot of things I like about Space Jam. The concept is so stupid and good that like these aliens are going to go to real world and they're going to steal the talents of all the NBA players, and that the fact they went to basketball games and actually shot these scenes where fucking Charles Barkley's all like, whoa, whoa.
That was funny. Charles Barkley, I will say, has very good like comedic.
Yes,
like,
100%.
stuff. He's a funny guy. I like it.
You're not Charles Barkley. You're nobody. Get out of here, man. I love that. Anyway, Space Jam is a stupid bad movie, but I like it. Anyways, Bill Murray's in it for some reason.
Hell yeah.
This one does not look good.
No.
Oh, my least favorite part of the new trailer is when the granny like does like the whole.
Yeah, that's
I'm
so
old, but like I'm crazy.
I hate it.
It's so dumb.
I hate it.
Oh, no.
hate it.
George is cringy.
Yeah, that's pretty cringe, bro. It's pretty bad. Snake Eyes, baby. I'm on a new level.
Okay,
I'm on a new level.
Here's my favorite thing about the name. It's when I looked up the title, it's Snake Eyes: G.I. Joe: Origins.
Oh man,
there's 2 colons in the title.
I had no idea what
because
we were
it's
talking
gonna be
about
stinky
until George started singing that song.
Because all the advertisements.
No, that's the only thing I retained about that trailer.
Use a different song every trailer cut, every piece of marketing. Please, I get it, man. You make a trailer and sometimes like, wait, this song I can edit to it. It's got a thing to it. You gotta choose a different song, but you gotta do it, man.
I'm on a new level.
He's on a new level. Henry Golding, here he is, people. Why? Like Ryan said a few months, like I refuse to believe this movie is real. Why are we doing a G.I. Joe? You make one like every 6 years, and every time like, wait, I thought we gave up with the first one. Why are we still doing
the first one? No one liked.
Why are you calling this G.I. Joe Origin? Nobody's asking for this. Nobody cares.
G.I. Joe is something that we're like it's a property I feel like everyone knows, but I feel like no one.
The demographic is too old.
Like it's not in like the spot.
No.
Like no one's like, oh, remember G.I. Joe?
Too old. It's too old.
I do. But I don't care.
And the people who like care don't care either.
Yeah, they're not gonna be like, oh, movie
but
on a new level.
But people do like Henry Golding.
Yes.
Who sings that New Level song?
I'm on a new level.
I have no idea who A$AP Ferg is actually.
Are you just mad that you're not getting the royalties on that?
No, but anyways. That movie's coming out. I'm not watching it, but I hope Henry Golding, it's successful for him. I like him. What's 9 Days?
9 Days. I was interested in this because of the cast. It has Winston Duke, Zazie Beetz, Benedict Wong, Tony Hale, and Bill Skarsgård. It's a movie about a man interviewing people before, like, they're allowed to go to Earth, like, to live, or like before they go to heaven or something like that.
Intrusive man conducts a
it's like
series of
Soul,
interviews
but
with human souls for a chance to be born.
It's like Soul.
Yeah.
I was confused. I was like, why is this man interviewing people? Why are they in space? But that makes sense. I see.
But yeah, I like this cast, and I believe it came out at like a festival. Like the reviews were pretty good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mentioned that. I like the cast.
Yeah,
I like Winston Duke a lot.
I have not heard
great.
of this. Okay. I like Zazie Beetz.
Zazie Beetz is very good.
And of course, I love Pennywise.
Mr. Scarsman.
What's up, George?
I think George. George saw it.
George, please.
Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. Okay, look. The Visit was a good fucking movie. Why? We give you an inch, M. Night. We give you an inch, and you just go.
Are you implying that old looks bad?
It looks like the most M. Night. I'm on my shit. I'm on a new level. He's on a new level. You let him get in his zone. You don't want
don't
he's
do
in
that.
it. And it's like, oh my god.
I
will watch this.
I am thrilled.
I will make a whole day of it, and I
can't.
My
god, yes.
I'm so excited to watch it, but I hate it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Why? I'm going in, and I am going to take in whatever you present to me.
I'm so excited.
I remember reading the synopsis of this, and I was like, no. And I didn't see the trailer when it came out, but then like it started playing before we saw Jigman, Spiral Boy, and then I was like, no. And like the trailer, I was like, come on. No, what is this? What are you doing, my man? It's like, I know what you're doing. It's obvious. It's always obvious what you're doing. It's always bad.
And it's gonna be fucking awesome.
No, it'll be hilarious. I'm not gonna say that.
So much. I just don't know how there's definitely a demographic of people who's like, whoa, that sounds crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking crazy that anybody would like. Again, God bless him. God bless him.
Sure, he's a great guy.
He's a person of color who has made incredible money in this industry, and he's had a comeback, and I'm glad.
All right, here comes Scary. He's gonna rail on it for a second.
But man, it's just like he's so. I don't understand. The thing is just like he does.
You wish he was all those things and also made good movies.
Yes. He's like Hideo Kojima if I didn't find it fucking ironically hilarious, right? Like he makes this stupid like wait, his name is Cliff, and the guy's name is Sam Porter Bridges, and you're gonna. I get it. They're like a bridge. They're like a bridge. I get it.
He doesn't have a birthday.
It's a little. I get it, but come on, man.
God.
But I find that's hilarious. Give this man $1 million, please. And man, whatever. Old coming at you,
baby.
And then they're making a Jungle Cruise movie.
I don't give a single shit.
They made it.
Hopefully it's less
4 years
racist.
ago.
I don't know.
Oh.
Is Jungle Cruise the ride that has the racist song
It's
in it?
kind of racist, yeah.
I feel like you describe most.
Oh yeah,
Disney
absolutely.
things.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's kind of racist.
They took out the part where they chase those ladies and maybe do I don't know.
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney. I think you.
Anyways, Ryan, you were saying this got filmed forever ago, and it's
Yeah.
I don't
and
know.
also no more like.
Because I think I've heard production stories of this movie forever, and now it just exists. So I believe you.
Well, it's just like because Disney just wants to make movies based on rides. Like they just announced they're making a Tower of Terror movie.
Hell yeah! But they killed the Tower of Terror.
Who cares?
Dude, the first Tower of Terror was Steve Guttenberg and Kirsten Dunst. I love that movie. It's not on Disney Plus. What are you doing? What are you doing, Disney?
It'll be back.
George is asking real questions.
Anyways, another Fear Street.
Fear Street
Man,
Part
it feels
3,
like it was yesterday.
1666. Man, I can't believe the trilogy's already coming to a close. Iconic films.
And
one
then
after another.
The Green Knight. Controversial opinion. I'm gonna say it right here. Controversial opinion.
Oh shit.
The new trailer got me less excited for this movie.
Greg agrees with you.
I have not seen any more trailers since the first one.
The teaser and the possibility the movie you let me create in my mind was more exciting than the thing you showed me.
I agree. The vibes of the teaser trailer were insane.
Yeah.
It looks a little stupider with
Yeah.
the expanded view. Nonetheless, I am very excited.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yes.
Yep.
Just that shot of the giant hand like cresting over the cliff or the hill. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, that's exciting. I'm excited to watch that in Alamo.
Night.
Finally, maybe, hopefully. We'll find out. This is the big 824 is back, baby movie.
Yeah.
So,
Zola comes out at the end of this
Zola,
month,
you're right.
which is an A24 thing, but who knows if that'll show here.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyways, that'll be July, folks. There's some stuff. There's some stuff that conversations about.
Items.
Oh man. Anyways, Ryan, where can people find you chronicling your letterbox reviews of every M. Night Shyamalan movie in the lead up to Old?
God, I would genuinely rather kill myself.
I'd watch Devil again, and that's it.
I've never seen Devil.
Really? That's shocking. Coming from you. I
know what happened.
That movie was supposed to be the first movie in his, he's going to make a bunch of fucking the M. Night Chronicles or some shit, where he's going to do a bunch of short stories. Like, my mom told me the story about the devil. And that never happened.
My favorite thing about Devil is, there was a video that went around of, when the trailer was first shown, and people saw, Devil, and a moment was directed by M. Night Shyamalan. You heard the crowd go, oh. Yeah. And that's funny.
He didn't have his comeback yet. That was the last movie he made before Visit.
I see.
No, wasn't his last movie After Earth?
You're right. It was After Earth.
The one where they didn't put his name in the trailer.
Written by Gary Whitta. Yeah.
Denied. Sit down.
Anyways, Brian, where can people find you?
Letterboxd Film Piece. I talk about movies.
Excited for your Lady in the Water rewatch review.
I watched.
That movie is hilarious.
I watched that a year ago with Zoe, and she was like, we were going through Netflix, and she was like, I liked this movie a lot as a kid. And I was like, I'd never heard of it. And then we watched it, and she was like, oh, this actually really hurt me. Because it ruined a childhood memory.
I mean, she's
bad.
She was the one person saw it back then who liked it.
Hello. I saw it in theaters.
I'm saying Marketing had a field day of that movie.
Thought the grass dog was very cool.
That is cool. That
grass dog does not age well, Karen. I'd hate to ruin that.
How dare you? I'm gonna go home and open up my Lady in the Water DVD and I'm gonna watch
Bryce
it.
Dallas Howard. We all love her.
Paul Giamatti.
Anyways, Carrie, where can people find you?
You can find me on Letterboxd just by searching my first name, Carrie, Karrie, or you can find me on Twitter at KAR_E Lyles, LYLES.
You can find me George at J. Cruz Alvarez 26, where I might rewatch Devil. I should watch another M. Night Shyamalan movie because I only watched Devil. Man, Devil. I saw that in a movie theater. Anyways.
Congratulations.
Carrie, I just looked up Carrie on Letterboxd, and you're the first name that came up.
Yeah, there is.
Look at that. A block.
This girl just keeps clogging my feed watching Bo Burnham's Inside over and over again.
I should actually rank my list instead of just throwing shit in there and then forgetting to rank it.
Oh, no, I have to rank it right away or else I will be like, I don't know which was better than worse.
Anyways, that's a podcast. Until next time, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.